Say good night to the bad guy. Last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you.
Storm.
We're gonna do a Deaver +1 in the back with the HD springs because we got a topper and he has some tools in there. Then we're gonna do the Geiser +3s in the front. I just want to measure before and after and kind of get a look of the truck. So to the top of the fender, it's 40 1/4 on this side. On the rear, front is about 39 7/8. Both of them should be really close. The other side's 39 3/4, so we're 1/8 of an inch off. And this one is actually quite a bit lower, 40 1/2. So could be a lot of different things. The leaf springs on this side could be a little bit more war than that side. It could be less. This side of the gas pressure on the shocks could be less. Could be air pressure in the tires. Could be anything. So, but it's really close. It's nothing you're gonna stand from behind and look at it. But I just wanted to. We're gonna park it in the same spot. So let's snap a picture here, and then when we're done, we will get a before and after picture.
For what, in case we need it.
So basically in this video, what we wanted to do is just show you what and maybe how some quick tips to do the Deaver install, and just we wanted to show you what upgrading a Gen 2 with live valves to Geiser +3s in the front and some Deaver +1s in the rear would end up looking like. So as far as what we used for tools, it's nice to have a lift. You can get the truck up on the lift, and then we also had the center jacks where we could raise the rear end up and down. Otherwise you're going to have to put jack stands underneath the frame and then jack the rear end up with a jack. But the one thing that you do need, no instructions came with the Deavers. Not that you need them, but it would make it easier it would just save you a few minutes to realize you have to cut the front bolts on the front leaf springs, and then they come with 2 new bolts. But you know, when you open the box and see 2 bolts, it's a little bit kind of alarming, because obviously there's 2 bolts on each side that hold the leaf springs. So once you figure out that the front bolts need to be cut because you can't get them out without removing the exhaust or the fuel tank, anyways, so we just used a Sawzall basically, and make sure you have a brand new blade for that. It'll take half the time to do that. So, but basically what we did on the Deavers was on the first side, of course, the first time you do anything, it takes you about 3 times longer than the other side. So it's fairly easy. I mean, you're gonna need 2 people. I mean, you don't need 2 people, but it'll make your life a lot easier trying not to wrestle a leaf spring in there. But basically, you know, it doesn't really matter which end you take off first. I took off the front shocks, or the front bolts. We cut those out, got everything loosened up. One good thing to do is spray down everything with some lubricant so it comes apart easier. But taking them out is pretty simple. The biggest thing you're going to struggle with on the rear bolt is getting that shackle to move forward so you can slip the bolt out towards the inside of the truck. But once you get that stuff loosened up, it's not too bad. You'll have to be creative. I had deep well impact sockets for mine, but they weren't even long enough, so that's when crescent wrenches come in handy and things like that. So, but we did the driver's side first, took it out, basically put the spring up into place and just set it. We were going to do the back bolt first because we thought it would be easier to roll the shackle forward, and basically we just did that with a pry bar. But when we got going on it, we ended up, if you put the back one in first, you can't get the front side of the leaf spring up in there real easy. So we ended up letting the rear end down to give us more room with the leaf spring, and we got that front bolt in. And then once we got that in, then you have a pivot point, so we set it in place on the rear end. You've got your pins that are in your male and your female side on the male pins, I call them, on the Deaver. You get that set in place on the rear end housing, and then we just used if you're using a jack, that is when you could jack it up into place on the back and get that other shackle bolt in the back side. Make sure you're putting it in from the inside and going out, because the bolt is too long, it would never clear the frame back there. So once you get that in, it's very, very simple. Obviously, put your U-clamps in from the top, put your nuts on there, but it's very simple. And then just repeat the process, obviously, on the other side. I didn't really have any quick tools or anything, or quick tips on how to make it easier, but like I said, it's just more, if you have, obviously, a lift like we have here and the center jacks to lift it up and down, that makes life a lot easier. As far as how much it lifted it, my boy Dawson, he's the one doing the video editing here, but he can put some things in there to, I believe it lifted it 2.5 inches in the front and roughly a little, maybe over an inch in the rear. But the truck was, man, I'm telling you, it was in rough shape when it got here, as far as just being really soft, and you'd go around the corner and just body roll, and it just didn't drive very well. And after we got the Geisers on there and the Deavers, and obviously we rebuilt the shocks and put the Schrader valves in and everything, it was amazing. The customer loved it. Yeah, so if anyone has any questions, you can always contact us. Since we did this one, we've also done another one, and it goes really quick, but it's not, I would say, I was told it was going to take about 5 hours to do the Deavers. I would say, I mean, I did one side one day, and did some other work in the shop here, and then went back and did the other side the next day. And I would say I probably had 2.5 to 3 hours in the total job on the rear Deavers. So it's not bad at all, and it's definitely something anybody can do. So, but if you have any questions, you can contact us at shocksbyhammer 605-354-2126, or you can find us online at shocksbyhammer.com. And yeah, good luck.
We got our install done with our Deaver Plus 3. It's the L84 HD. Leaf springs in the back. We rebuilt the shocks, put the Geiser 3-inch lift springs in the front. So we're just gonna measure, we were 40 1/4 on the rears before, and 39 7/8, so roughly 40 on the fronts. But now we are at 42 7/8. And 42 1/4. So we went up about 3 in the rear. No, a little under 3 in the rear. A little over 2 in the front. But some of that can be just from the shocks too. The shocks were, when we took them apart, a couple of them were equalized, where the nitrogen was in with the oil. But low gas pressure, that can make a truck sit. The front springs before, the rear springs before. You know, if they were sagged, when they're talking about doing a +1 in the back, they're assuming it's +1. But if those stock rear springs had sagged or anything, or flattened out even more from hauling more, it could have been sitting lower than stock. So it might have been sitting an inch lower than it was supposed to, which would explain why now it's, close to 3 inches higher. So, but we also don't have any weight in the back other than the topper. So once you put 500 pounds in there, it's going to settle a little bit too. But I think it looks pretty awesome. It drives really good. One thing you want to make sure you do when you do a suspension upgrade like this, especially on the front end, if you raise your front end and put 2.5, even the Gen 1s, doing the Geisers on the front of them, but the Gen 2s and 3s, if you put the 2.5 or 3 inch, you want to make sure you get the thing aligned, because once we were done with this, we took it out and got it aligned. It was towed in a little bit, but that's something really important anytime you change the front end geometry. So
we get this side too.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll just see roughly what we are. 42 1/4. It's the same, I think. And it's 42 1/2. So
Say peace out and love you.
peace out, love you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment.
There you go.
Don't forget to check your IFPs.
Hey, it's Dawson here. I just wanted to give a shout out to Sean. Thank you very much for letting us take your pickup and work on it. And especially for me, it was really cool because it was just eye-opening to see how much a difference it really did make, because I'd never experienced it firsthand, and I just heard everybody say that it was making a big difference on their pickups. So since I got to drive it beforehand and afterwards, when I was driving it, I hit the first little bump, and I immediately noticed that it was a huge difference. So that was really cool for me. So thank you, Sean, and thank you, Dad, for doing this video with me too. Peace out, everybody.